Hey Primo, don't get dodgy with that giraffe essay. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment. We're looking at the Primos Forgive part of the Mayans MC series finale, and personally, probably one of my favourite scenes of the episode. We have Alvarez and Bishop reuniting the Primo love, baby. We do have Alvarez in this episode. I guess it probably could be a separate fit about Alvarez having a child, and I think this episode, if you ever had hope for El Padrino to return to the Mayans, to Santa Padre, even to Oakland or whatever, in some capacity, I feel like it was complete and utterly ruled out this episode. Of course, his wife gives birth. His son, his daughter, I didn't even catch what gender it was, but you know, I know El Padrino's going to definitely raise it a son or a boy or a girl, right? I've got faith in El Padrino, damn it. But Bishop pays him a visit with a giraffe. And what I liked about this, it was kind of like, here, I'm sorry for everything that happened, but Bishop is never, and I mean never, going to admit here, easy get the better. I mean, he laid out on the table as if I was going to get the gavel back, El Padrino, but in reality, he just did it to get the vote across and then he could put himself at the head of the table. Bishop, of course, he's not man enough to admit that. I don't think. He's too bitter about it, and he's definitely not man enough in size, because he is quite small. But all I liked about this is Alvarez talking to Bishop about the fact that he doesn't know if he's done the right thing here, because when this kid's 18 or whatever, I could be dead. I might not even see his graduation. I might not see him have kids. And Bishop jokes and says, well, if he bangs someone up at 13, you'll probably see it, which Alvarez, you always were a sick fuck, I say. So I really enjoyed this scene. Bishop, bringing the wee giraffe. I think there's numerous elements, though, to the next bit where Alvarez, offers him in. He's like, do you want to hold him? Do you want to see him? Bishop kindly rejects it. He says, no, you go be with your family. I think there's numerous things with this, because we've seen earlier in this season Bishop still grieving about the fact that he lost his son. Well, of course, we were introduced to that storyline in season 3, and I think he doesn't really want to interact with kids, I guess you could say. That would probably make him sad. He's more like, no, that life's not for me, Alvarez, and I don't want to be around it, and that's your new life. You're at the club. You'll be a daddy. You be a granddaddy. You have all the kids. Alvarez, he's adopting. He's creating more. Alvarez is going to repopulate Santa Padre, because I'm sure as hell the population took a big, heavy hit in this episode, guys. There's no doubt about it. Alvarez single-handedly firing out as many kids as this bastard wants to fire out. But Bishop politely declines Alvarez's request. He gives him the giraffe. He says, take care. And of course, they will never see each other again. And I feel like these two needed to have this scene. They needed to have something, even if they didn't forgive each other or whatever, or have a conversation. They needed a conversation at least, even if they didn't forgive each other, because we haven't actually seen them interact this season, bar the kids' party where Bishop showed up, looked at Alvarez, and he's like, all right, Primo, and then Alvarez blanked him and kind of gave him the cold shoulder and went back to his house depressed. And it's a shame what they've done with both I think out of all the characters this season, I would say these two have been the ones that they've ruined the most. Now, I'm not saying that the entire character of El Padrino's ruined, right? Or Bishop, but I think with Bishop, I'll talk about Bishop first. This season, he's done nothing. He's been in a love triangle that just went nowhere. At the start of the season, he did voice a bit of displeasure towards Easy, but he hasn't done anything really since then, if we're being honest. It's like, you think we're going to take out the cartel, and we've got this war with Sam Dino. And where'd that go? You kind of got the illusion this episode that, oh, the Suns were done. Cartel won't care about us. Surely the cartel would care because your pipeline's up in smoke. But yeah, that's a story for a different day. And then, like I say, guys, Bishop just has the love triangle storyline. And I can absolutely understand why Michael Irby is fainting away on Twitter and ranting, because his character's been shit. But what I would say is, I feel like in this finale, he definitely got a lot more to his character. We've seen, well, I mean, saying it's a series finale, man. If they're not going to give him something good in the series finale, when are they going to give him something good? It's a joke, though. He wasn't even in episode 9. See with the scene in this episode where Trini calls him a sad old man? Why couldn't that have been in episode 9? Does that need to be in the finale? Really? But you see her saying that, so it's kind of like the end of those two, if it even was even a wee hint of a thing. He has a thing for Trini. We get the scene between Bishop and Alvarez. Of course, we have the scene with Bishop and Cody, which is obviously massive, and then you've got the whole confrontation between him and the Reyes brothers with the rest of Santa Padre, then him putting the patch back on. So in this series finale, Bishop got more than he's had in like the past 2 seasons. Really, he really did. And as for Alvarez, it was cool seeing Alvarez have his kid, but I would have preferred the whole storyline with him going after Sam Crow, demanding answers about Diaz. That should have happened earlier in this season. For have Alvarez to sit in the sidelines for like 8 episodes, to go out in his bike, his coat, his leather jacket with his gun, just to give up after 10. To me, that should have been like early this season, rather than we've seen him be depressed, then he puts the cut back on, and then he goes back to being not kind of depressed, just kind of putting that life behind him. Why tease us? They're teasing bastards. Elgin James, by God. But I like to see these two guys forgive each other. We see one more scene between the family. Bish and El Padrino, guys. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this vid. Hopefully you guys enjoyed those scenes. And we'll be back very soon. I was thinking in my head here, could there be a vid about Taza joining Santa Padre because Easy's no longer there and he can't shut the deal down, but him joining there, I thought, oh wait, Santa Padre's dead. But until next time, guys, leave your thoughts down below and peace.